Welcome back to the WHHI News. The Beach Renourishment Project on Hilton Head Island. It's a big one. Lots of people have questions. So here to answer them for us is Heather Woolwine, and she is the Director of Communications for the town of Hilton Head Island. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, happy to be here. Thanks for inviting.
Okay, explain to us, why are we doing the renourishment? Where is it going to take place? I'm going to let you take that away.
Sure. So, specifics are still in the works, as they often are with things like this. But, one very important message I want people to know is that our beaches will remain open throughout the duration of the project. So that's just very important for folks to know.
And it's not the whole area, it'll be in segments, correct?
It'll definitely be in segments.
Yeah.
So phase one, we had originally thought we'd probably start to see some staging of materials and equipment in the March timeframe. I think that's shifting a little bit more to the April timeframe now. So again, phase one, probably the earliest we would start, and so this would be the heel, this would be Fish Hall area, that part of the island.
Sure.
That would probably be in the June timeframe from an earliest start point, but it's starting to look more like July.
Okay.
And that's just based on our bidding process.
And when you talk about equipment staging and everything else, this is literally big pieces of equipment that the sand is pumped from offshore onto the beach and then moved around with bulldozers and everything else. I mean, it's a big deal and a big process too.
It is, and this is the town's fifth time doing a beach renourishment process. So I think we've got a lot of folks who've got some great experience to offer as well.
Good, and people that have gone through it, some of them at least have been here long enough to be used to it. You mentioned where it's going to be starting. Do you have like an end time frame kind of, and I know that could change, of when everything will be complete? Sure.
So phase one would be, again, that June time frame now through, fall, so October. That would be phase one. Phase two, we've been very intentional about trying to plan that for after peak season.
Sure.
So that would be that Central Island, South Beach, South Island area.
Where it's very busy during the height of tourist season, so that's going to kind of hold off till we're past the height of the tourist season, which is very smart.
That would commence probably in September and then finish up around May of the following year.
If some people say, why do we need to do it? Can you give me like a layperson's explanation why it needs to be done?
We just want to move sand around. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sure, not like that.
But in all seriousness, it's about sustainability of the environment. Not just because we love the beaches and we want to protect them and cherish them, but if you really look at it from a resiliency standpoint and the changes that are going on in our environment, we need to renourish the beaches so that we can protect our infrastructure and our property and the local economy as well.
Okay, I am one of those people, I'll admit it, that goes to next door, and people were going on and on about what's the deal with renourishment. My dogs, they're not allowed anywhere on the beach. Yes, they are. They need to be on leashes. No, this and that. What's the real deal? You're with the town.
Sure. I'm happy to myth bust in that arena. So one of the rumors that was going on was that dogs were going to be banned from all beaches as part of the project. That is not true, everyone. So happy to say that is not true. They will be restricted for a very small portion of land in the Fish Hall Creek beach area. And that is a requirement of our permit from the federal government. So U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, yes, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And that's for a really important reason, too, that frankly connects to purpose for us here on Hilton Head, and that's, the preservation of endangered, shorebird species.
And I'm a birder, but is it piping plover or plover? Do you know?
Tomato.
Yeah, okay. Either way, but I mean, that's part of the reasoning, too, at least from wildlife folks, as to why we have to restrict the dogs.
Absolutely. And the portion that's going to be restricted it's about 600 feet set away to the right. So if you're walking through the access point at Fish Hall Beach, it's over to the right.
Okay.
There's already not much human or dog activity that takes place there anyway because of the characteristics and sort of the tidal activity.
Sure.
So we don't see it as a huge inconvenience.
No, it would be if people who said the whole beach, no dogs.
Absolutely.
But that's not what's going to happen. You want to make sure people know that.
Correct.
Okay. Now, things can happen as far as you mentioned, the schedule gets moved back, it moves forward. They may end up getting things completed, earlier than expected or later due to weather. So people may want to know or be, updated or, be in the know as far as where the town is at, where the renourishment is at. What's the best thing to do?
Well, the great thing is we have multiple ways to stay in touch and stay connected. So one of the things that I love about what we do with our website at the town is it's just robust.
Good.
It's got tons of information, probably more detail than most folks would ever want to know about a beach renourishment project, but it's there.
Yeah.
And so as things become more finalized, you know, more concrete in terms of timelines, we're updating that website. You can also have that information served right up to you by signing up for notifications.
I'll tell you, I love getting notifications from the town, may I say. It does keep you up to date.
Wonderful.
So the two different options for people, right?
Yep. Well, and then of course social media. You know, you mentioned Nextdoor. You mentioned
Or
we're gonna
Instagram, Facebook, X, all
the
that.
platforms. Yes.
It is great to meet you because I have not before. Heather Woolwine, and hopefully you'll come back and visit us again. Thanks for the useful information.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we will be back in just a moment. Stay right there.